Students, we are studying English grammar chapter modals. Modal auxiliary verb. We were studying use of code. Code has use of code. First use past indirect speech. In indirect speech past tense we use could. At the place of can we use could. Can is not used. Second use past adjective. Third use polite request or permission. And fourth use present unreal possibility. Example of first use past indirect speech. Example, he said, I can do it. This is past but direct speech. In past indirect speech we don't use can, we use at place of can we use could. He said that he not can, he could. First example. Second use past ability. Could is used for past time ability. Example, he could ride a car at the age of 10. He could drive a car. He could drive a car at the age of 10. It is his past ability. Third use polite request or permission. Could is also used for polite request or requesting someone. Polite request or permission. For example, could you help me please? This is polite request. Could you help me please? Another example, could you please give me your book? These are the examples of polite request or permission. And the last use of could is present unreal possibility. Could used for possibility, but that possibility is unreal, not possible. Example, if I had more money, I could buy a car. If I had more money, I could buy a car. This is possibility that I could buy a car, but not possible. It is unreal because I don't have more money. Another example, if you worked hard, you could pass the exam. If you worked hard, you could pass the exam. It's possibility that you could pass the exam, but not possible because you don't work hard. So such possibility which is only imaginary, not possible. For such imaginary possibility we use present times. Such imaginary possibility we use could. Yes, now we are going to study the use of shall. I think almost all the students know that shall and will are used for future action or event. For future action event, we use shall will. These days in spoken English, shall is rarely used. At all times we use will. But there is difference according to grammar rules. Sometimes if we use will, sometimes we must use shall, and sometimes we must use will. If we use each other, if we have to use shall and we use will, then difference will make different meanings. So we shall study what's the difference between shall and will. One common thing we know that both are used for future action or event. But there is difference between shall and will according to grammar. Let's see what's the difference. First we shall study the use of shall. First use, shall use for information about future action event. We know about future time action or event we use shall. When the subject will be I, we. Subject will be I, we. I will means first person. When the subject is first person, I or we, then we use shall. This is the first use. And second use of shall is with second and third person. It means subject will not be I, we. And that sentence will express command, promise, threat or determination. First use is that with first person. First person is I, we, subject. We shall use only about future information of any action or event. We shall use with first person shall. Second use, when the sentence will express command, promise, threat or determination, and subject will not be I, we. Subject will be second or third person. In that situation, we will use shall, not will. If we will use will, then will be wrong. Shall will be used here. Now example. About any future information, subject will be I shall. I will. Example. I shall go to Delhi tomorrow. This is only simple information of future. We shall play the match next week. This is only information about future. We shall with only about information. We shall use shall with subject I, we. Second use, command, promise, threat, determination. With second, third person means subject will not be I, we. Example. Its example is, you shall do it. You shall do it. This is a command. This is a command. So here we won't use will, we shall use shall. You shall do it. This is a command. Another example of promise. Promise example is, you shall get your salary this month. You shall get your salary this month. This is example of promise. Another example of threat. Threat, dhamki. You shall be dismissed. You shall be dismissed. This is threat. Now example of determination. Determination, drit sankalp, pratigya. Example. He shall do everything according to law. He shall do everything according to law. This is his determination. So we now understand the difference in meaning of shall and will. Now we shall study the use of will. Just like shall, will also have two important uses. First use, to give information about any future action or event. Just like shall, first use is to give information about any future action or event with second person, not first person, second person. It means I will not used. When subject I will won't be used, in that situation only information about future action event will used. Example, only information I will not use. Example, he will buy a car. Simple information about future. He will buy a car. You will pass the examination. Simple information about future. Second use of will is sentence will express promise, threat or determination, and subject will be first person, I will. When subject will be first person, I will, sentence will express promise, threat or determination. In that situation we use will, not shall. Use of shall will be wrong. Example is, I will help you to do this work. I will help you to do this work. This is example of promise. Promise. Another example, we will do it again and again. We will do it again and again. This is the example of determination. Another example, I will dismiss you. I will dismiss you. This is the example of threat. So students, that's all for today. About another modal auxiliary verbs we will study tomorrow. Thank you.